Hi, it's Tim Hagen from Progress Coaching, and welcome to another episode for the Coaching Conversations podcast. Now, we are on Stitcher, we are on iTunes, and multiple different channels. Please check us out. Now, one of the things that you'll get out of our podcast episodes is a lot of content, a lot of strategy. It's not fluff, it's not concept, yet we really want you to engage with the content and let us know your feedback. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. If there's topics you'd love to have us address, we would love to share them with you. Let us know your impact and let us know your feedback.
Everybody's talking about coaching. Everybody's talking about AI. And how do the two intersect? Everybody's using AI day to day now, probably more than ever, obviously. And I think about AI and I think about it with coaching. There's tons of tools out there, like for role playing and doing coaching and even having tools that will have agents that can actually do the coaching. I am all for all of that. But one of the things that AI is prompting more than anything is human-based coaching. Let me give you an example. An employee goes up to a boss and says, "Boss, is my job safe? Is AI going to take it over?" That leader in that moment is on the spot. They are on the clock. So I want to give you something that we call the SEE method, S-E-E. The first part of that acronym, the S, is strategy. What are you trying to accomplish? Are you trying to build better team members, develop more collaborative culture? Are you doing attitude-based coaching? What is the function? What is the strategy that you're trying to implement? And what are the objectives that you want to accomplish? Pretty simple stuff, right? And I think about learning objectives. And we're working with a number of financial services firms right now that are talking about, they want to build a coaching culture. I said, define that. What do you want from your leaders? What do you want from your employees? And they said, why do you ask those questions? I said, because then your strategy will start to unfold. Let me give you my company strategy. Our whole company strategy is based on two things. Number one, how do I make coaching easier for leaders? Number two, how do I build a community of people who are being coached, such as employees, individual contributors, to become more coachable? But our overall premise is, how do we make coaching easier? So that's our strategy. Then what we started to think about is, what's the experience we want? And the biggest experience we wanted from our clients is to become comfortable, to see a map, to see a plan, to see a progression that they can take to coach somebody. And that's the experience we want them to have. Then the third, which is the second E of C, and that is this. Can we do this efficiently, more efficiently? Let me give you an example. So for years, I had people on my staff that would actually build custom coaching plans, from decision-making to taking initiative to being a better teammate, or whatever it might be. Coaching plans for leaders to employees, peer-to-peer coaching, group coaching, you name it. We had manually built it. Here's the funny thing. That's almost become obsolete to a certain extent, because now people can go into our tools and say, I've got the following person, they're a high D in DISC, they don't work well with others, they want to become a future manager, some of their behavioral attributes are they're resistant to feedback, and I want to know how to coach them. What our system will do is take that information and craft a custom coaching plan, taking the DISC assessment into account, the perceived, behavioral challenges, and then the desired goals. And what we've done is we built it within our strategy of our coaching framework, which is what we've been training our leaders to do, to use our coaching framework. So number one, our strategies, how do we make it easy for leaders? Number two, what's the experience? We want them to be excited, like, this has really streamlined the process. This has made my life easier. I think we've done that. So what you have to do when you're implementing AI in coaching, or even training for that matter, what's the strategy? I'll give you another example. We're working with an L&D team. Now, this is not our work, but they have instructional designers on staff. Needless to say that I think they're nervous about job security. And one of the things that they have in terms of their strategy is they want to roll out more product training. They feel like their people inside and outside when working with customers are weak on product knowledge. So number two, the experience. How do we make it fun? how do we make the traditional training of sitting in a classroom to be more fun? So they started to use some gamification techniques, the efficiency. What we found by using some of these AI-based video tools, they spent more time, the instructional designers, on creatively designing than actually building. And let me quote one of the instructional designers. He said, "This has been more fun. I don't feel the grind of having to produce all that content like I normally would." And what they're finding is their output can be greater and easier to build. So again, you have to see what you want to do with AI. Number one, what's your strategy? What are your desired outcomes? Number two, what's the experience you want to facilitate? And number three, will or how are you going to do it more efficiently? Let that be your guideline when using AI with coaching.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Coaching Conversations by Tim Hagen and Progress Coaching. Now, our company is always coming out with new and innovative solutions to help leaders coach their employees. And recently, we just created a new service called Coach to You, where leaders can pick and choose topics and assign 7 to 21-day programs for employees to learn and, more importantly, apply actions and then reflect and share what they're going to do going forward as a result of the learning. It's called Coach to You. We're literally bringing coaching to your employees. If you're intrigued, we'll have a link in each one of our episodes where you can get more information. And again, thank you so much for listening to another episode.